Okay, lesson 8.6, writing linear equations. Now in this lesson, they're going to ask us to write linear equations keeping in mind the form, which is y equals mx plus b that we learned in last lesson. And here they're going to give us the information, we're going to write the equation. Rather than them giving us the equation, we write the information. So example 1 says write an equation of the line with the following information. They're giving us our slope and y-intercept. Before we get anywhere, one thing we want to look at, whenever you go to write a linear equation, there's always going to be an x and a y in the equation. Okay, so you're not looking really to replace this permanently with any numbers. The things that you're looking to replace are the m and the b. We need to determine our slope and our y-intercept. If we can figure those out, then let's say this was our equation. Our slope was 3, our y-intercept was 2. That is an equation in slope-intercept form. We're done. Okay, so there's really only two components we're looking to find. Example A, they're giving us the slope is 3 and the y-intercept's -7. So really, all we have to do is substitute these values in. So it's going to be y equals, we know our original, so y equals 3x plus -7, which then is going to become y equals 3x minus 7. And that's our equation in slope-intercept form. In letter B, same concept. They're giving you the slope and the y-intercept. So if I think of my original y equals mx plus b, it's going to be y equals -4/3 x plus 8. I'm going to substitute -4/3 in for m, my slope, and 8 in for b, my y-intercept. Alright, let's try letter C. Now in letter C and D, I have two graphs drawn in. If these don't match yours, that's okay. Just kind of watch along with what I'm doing and then you can try yours on your own. Okay? So we need two things again, our slope and our y-intercept. So the first one is probably easiest to find as your y-intercept because that's where the graph crosses the y-axis. In this case, we see it's crossing right at -2, so my y-intercept is -2. My slope then, the way I find that is to pick 2 points, any 2 points, and we know that slope is rise over run. So I'm going to pick this point and I'm going to do rise over run. So I'm going to see how many points I have to rise up. I'm going to have to rise 1, 2, 3, 4. So my rise is 4. And my run is 2. So my slope is 2. Again, I could have picked any points, rise 2 over 1. I would have gotten the same thing. So now with these two pieces of information, I can write the equation y equals 2x minus 2. My slope was 2 right in here in front of the x. My y-intercept is -2, -2. Done. Very good, guys. All right, let's try letter D. We need two things again, our slope and our y-intercept. The y-intercept is probably easiest. It's right where it's crossing the y-axis, which is at this point here, which in our case is 0, -1. So my y-intercept is -1. My slope is found by choosing 2 points in graphing. So I'm going to pick these 2 points. So I'm going to rise 1 and run -2. So my slope is -1/2. And here, rise 1, run -2, or rise 2, run -4. And there we have it. Okay? So let's go ahead and write our equation. It's going to end up being y equals, based off the original, mx plus b, we're going to do y equals -1/2 x minus 1, because my slope is -1/2, my y-intercept's -1. Alright, let's do the u-try. Keeping in mind this is our root equation, the slope-intercept form. When I have our slope given and y-intercept, I can just substitute the values in. And my answer becomes x plus 5. Slope is 1, y-intercept's 5. You're done. In letter B, they're giving us points. Now, we could go ahead and graph it, but we learned the other day how to use these points to go ahead and find slope. Slope is rise over run. So this is probably our first good bet. Let's do our rise, which is going to be 6 minus -4. And then the run is -2, 0. So this is going to be -2 minus 0. So 6 minus -4, -2 minus 0. I'm going to get 6 minus -4 is +4, which is 10. -2 minus 0 is just -2. My slope is -5. Now I go to do my y-intercept, and I want to give you a little hint. let's look at something here. I know there's a lot of stuff on these screens above. I'm trying to see what color might be best. My y-intercept right here and my y-intercept right here, okay, those are given to us. This y-intercept is the point 0, -2. This y-intercept is the point 0, -1. Notice my x value is going to be 0 when I have my y-intercept. And what do they give us in this problem? Same thing. An x value that is 0, my y-intercept is -4. If I were to plot these 2 points, it would look something like this, and notice it's crossing at 0, -4. So whenever they give you a point, 0, comma, and then a number, that's going to be your y-intercept. You don't even have to do any work. Just look for the coordinate point that has 0 in for the x. And for what we're doing right now, they will always give you a coordinate point that looks like that. Okay. Later we'll learn, or either this year or next year, we'll kind of cover how to do it if they don't do that. So now we have our slope and our y-intercept. We can piece those together. Y equals mx plus b now becomes y equals -5x plus -4, or y equals -5x minus 4. Nicely done. Let's take a look at the next page.